What's up, guys? What's going on? Drone worship in your face. And good afternoon, everybody. Um, I'm throwing this out there because at this point, I've had so many people ask if I'd be willing to make these batteries for them. I have emails from like a year ago of people asking if I'd be willing to make these battery mods for them and do these things. And if nobody's going to do it themselves, I will do it. Okay, but at a price. All right. I ordered everything in bulk now. I ordered all the connectors. I ordered everything, so I have a massive amount of the stuff to build these battery mods. But I'm going to tell you right now that you'll be paying for shipping for any batteries that you send me, because the requirement to do the battery mod is that you have to send me your old battery. Now, I don't get anything out of this. All I do is take this apart so it looks like this, and then I pull the insides out of it, which is this. Okay, and then I turn that into this and send this back to you. All right, what is this? This is a battery management system. This is to guarantee that you will have a battery for the Solo forever. This will allow you to have telemetry on the battery still, be able to plug into the Solo, and have everything you need with all your normal information and all that stuff right here. Because all I'm doing is taking the original battery pack out, pulling the BMS, and doing a little recalibrating for it. So that means, what does this mean to you? You know, if you don't know how to solder and you don't know how to shrink wrap and you don't know how to do this kind of stuff, I'll do this for you at a price. Okay, I have no problem doing that. I'll do it in my spare time, but it is going to be $45 a battery. Okay, for me to build this. So you're paying $45 for me to build this and send this back to you. That's a decision you'll have to make for yourself. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people say, well, I just don't feel comfortable doing it. And that's fine. I've shown all of you how to build this battery for absolutely free. I put the guide out there. I showed everybody how to tear it down, how to do all the work. If you're not willing to do it yourself, that's fine. I'll build it for you. But you have to understand now I'm committing to having all these old batteries in my house, possibilities of fires. You know, tearing these things down is dangerous. If I'm going to be going through all of the work of building these for a mass group of people or multiple people, then yes, my time is going to be worth $45 a battery. Okay. So what does that guarantee you? So if you buy one of these mods and you hook this up and you say, well, what is this going to do for me? And I say, well, that allows you to take a battery like this that you purchased, this third-party battery from some random site that has an XT60 connector and a 4S balance port. That allows you to plug right into the original BMS on the Solo, like so. And now you have telemetry. This is now a working 3DR Solo battery. If I push this button, if I can get my hands on it here. Grrr, come here. I'm having a hard time. But, oh, this battery might be dead as a doornail. Guess I didn't charge this battery up all the way. Or I'm not pushing the button. Yep, this battery's dead as a doornail. That sucks. All right, well, if I have another battery, I guess I'd be able to show that to you. Let me see if I got another battery here. Hold on. All right, so my apologies. Apparently, this battery sat and suffered so much time sitting fully charged that it actually damaged the battery. So this battery's toast. Here's another 4S pack. I just connected to it. And if I go ahead and push the power button, you will see I have LEDs across the board. This one is in storage status. This one is working properly. So what this allows you to basically do is take any 4S battery that you want to that's 14.8 volts and connect it to the Solo and fly with it. The only thing you have to pay attention to is the voltage, which luckily by having the original BMS connected to it, it's going to tell you what the battery telemetry is. The percentage, I don't think, will ever be 100% accurate. So my advice to you is never fly the Solo past 13.8 volts, okay? You want to land the Solo by 14.4 or 14.2 volts. Normally, a fully charged battery starts at 16.8 volts to 16.6 volts. And by the time you're done flying, you should be landing at 14.4 volts or 14.2 volts. Now, the wonderful thing about both Solo app and Solex app is that it tells you what your current flying draw is in voltage. So you can monitor that right here at the top of your screen while you're flying to make sure that you never actually go into low voltage or have an issue or know when to land. Rick, what's going on? So is there any possibility of setting this up so we can remove a third-party battery, put it back into the black casing that comes with the drone? Thanks. Rick, I'm going to be honest with you, man. It has been tried and tried and tried and tried, and it just doesn't, it's not, by the time you add in all the extra wires, okay, that aren't originally in there, all right, all this extra stuff that unfortunately is a requirement now afterwards, instead of taking off and pin soldering these, look at how much larger these cells are. This is actually a smaller battery than the original. This is only 5,000 mAh, and this is a 5,200 mAh. Do you see a difference? This has a staggered cell on it. They glue these cells together intentionally. You can't mess with these cells. So you would have to find a company willing to build this battery stack exactly like this and leave these solder brackets open on the front for you to be able to replace any of this stuff in the same format. We have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried some more. And on top of that, we tried a little bit more to get any company out there to make batteries. And if they're not making 80,000 batteries, they're not interested in doing it. The most we can ever get is like 2, maybe 3,000 people interested in buying a couple batteries. That's not enough to get any company interest in it at all to want to do it. So guess what? I'm here for you guys. I'll build these battery mods all day. And if you are up to the task, I have videos showing you how to do it yourself. But I've gotten so many emails at this point asking how I built this and how I was able to do it. And honestly, man, I've been doing this for 2 years now. I've been flying my Solo on these home built packs for 2 years, and I've never had a problem. So what? You lose the aesthetically pleasing look of the Solo. You only see it 30 seconds before it takes off and 30 seconds when it comes back. Do I really care whether it has the original OEM battery look to it or not? I just throw a Velcro strap around it and send it. It's not going to alter the way that it works or how it handles itself or change how the Solo functions. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to get the same thing out of it, but now I have a way that I can fly the Solo for years and years and years to come without ever worrying about whether a manufacturer is going to produce a battery or not. That's what this setup is for. That's why I designed it. Everybody, I always hit the big problems. That's the thing, man, is I always try to hit the big problems out the hole. People were whining about the gimbals. Oh, there's no gimbals. So I showed people how to connect a third-party gimbal and have gimbal controls, right? Oh, we're running out of batteries. So I fix the big problems. These are the big issues. So like I said, man, so basically modding just one time, changing the battery out to the black casing. Thanks. You'll never, there's only been one other person that's been able to do it, and I don't even think it worked very well for them. So that was Chris. And you can think about it this way. You can do this mod. You can build these and put them back into the Solo, and you can print a 3D lid for it that'll clip in over the top of the battery mod. If you want to go that route, there's a bunch of 3D printed lids. Even those are super questionable. I haven't seen too many of those that work very well yet either. So dude, your best friend is just a Velcro strap. Who cares? Who cares what it looks like? It's the functionality that you should be caring about. You know, I actually don't mind. I don't mind in the slightest that it looks like a Frankenstein battery. I could care less as long as the Solo flies, it gets the job done, and it comes home every single time. That's what matters. Steve Carpenter's dad, the battery builder. No, but I'm being serious. This is serious. I've had enough people reach out to me now that if you seriously want me to take my time and invest in pulling all these extremely hard to get apart batteries and finding ways to do that properly, Yeah, I have no problem doing that. I will tear this down for $45. I will build you a battery. Okay, that's it. I will send you this back in the mail. You send me your battery, pay for shipping, and put in my PayPal account enough to have the return shipping done for you, and the $45, and I'll ship it back to you. And now all you got to do is choose your battery. What battery do you want to run? It's got to have an XT60 connector and a 4S balance port, and you can run it on the Solo with no issues. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. But don't call him, Shirley. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I'm doing good, man. Thank you. I'm very tired today. I didn't get much sleep last night, but it is what it is. That's pretty much it, Rick. You'd be sending me one of your batteries. I'd be pulling it apart and turning it into this and sending this back to you. So you would pay for shipping to get this to me and to have this sent back, and then you would pay $45 to me to do all the solder work, all the shrink wrapping, all the tedious little stuff, and then send it back to you a fully operational, ready for a plug-in battery. And then you would just have to choose your battery of choice to run it on. That's a guaranteed method that we know works. And then I'll type up a sheet to understand flight times with the new battery, because you can't look at percentage. Percentage is always going to be wrong. The moment you disconnect the original OEM pack, it's going to be wrong. No matter how many times you try to get the percentage to line up with the voltage, it doesn't work. So you'll be flying by battery telemetry based on voltage after the mod. So I would say that's a pretty fair deal. Okay, that's me taking my personal time and doing this for everyone else. I came up with the ideas with some other people, and then finally the whole thing came into fruition a year and a half ago. And it is I think it's the only future of the Solo, honestly, if you want to keep flying, is to do the battery mod. So if you're not willing to do it yourself, I'm willing to do it for you for $45. That's the price. That's what it's going to cost me to have all this stuff laying around and all these dangerous, potentially crap batteries just hanging out here. Pulling these things apart is just stupid. It's just asking to blow yourself up. So, like I said, pay me for my time, I'll do it. If you're not willing to follow my videos. What's up, guys? Yeah, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just end this stream, and then I'm going to go ahead and start another one. So that's it. If you guys want a battery, if you want the battery mod, I know Rob Masters and a bunch of other people, and Sean Brooks and some other people were saying they weren't willing to do the mod themselves, or don't have the knowledge, or whatever the case is, don't have the time to do it. I'll do it. Okay, just get a hold of me. My email address is in the description of the video. I will modify it. I will write up a whole type out sheet explaining what to look for during flight, how to set it up in the app so that you understand your flight times based on voltage, and you're good to go. Choose your battery, man. I picked this 5,000 mAh 35C battery up for $32 on eBay. So imagine that. I mean, it's burnt now. Thing's almost probably a year old, but it sucks. It sucks I let it sit so long fully charged. We barely got a chance to fly this, and I think I ruined the battery by letting it sit fully charged. So that's my fault. But yeah, I don't know what that's. Rick, all I see is a square. Is that good or is that bad? I don't know if that's good or bad. All I know is I just ordered a ton of parts and pieces and flux and shrink wraps and all. So I'm just going to have my mod table's going to look crazy here pretty soon. I never thought I'd be making these things in bulk. It's honestly not something I'm really looking forward to either, man. This is just stupid dangerous, but I'm going to have a bucket of salt water here and hope everything goes smoothly every single time. So, but anyways, guys, I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to kick up another one. So I will see you guys in a second. Give me about 5 minutes to create a new stream, and I'll see you guys in 5. So, sound good? Sounds good. Catch you guys on the flip, man. Treat your view.